So I have a very small but mighty team, and the use of MS Teams channels was born out of necessity. Last year, before National Public Service Week in June, we were trying to figure out in our new reality, how do we communicate with people? How do we get people to recognize the value and the contributions of their colleagues throughout the year? How do we recognize long service award recipients? You know, how can we get people to share what their experiences are during COVID-19, how they've been living, how they've been working, what things they've been learning, what things have been challenges. So I can only speak from the Veterans Affairs Canada perspective, because I know that every department and agency has different IT services and different apps available, but we spoke with our IT services team here, and we asked who are the experts in MS Teams, because that was a new technology to us, relatively new since the beginning of the pandemic. And we were able to target 3 or 4 people that were very knowledgeable in MS Teams and said, we want to be able to have a space where we can do X, Y, Z. What are your ideas? And they said, well, with MS Teams for our department, which is Veterans Affairs Canada, we have the capacity right now to set up 4 or 5 spaces within that team. So it's not 100 spaces or 2 spaces, but 4 or 5 was their capacity. And we said, we'll take one. And so they set up our team is workplace wellness. So they set up a workplace wellness MS Teams space. So if you look under our MS Teams system and you went to Teams and you went to, I think, Workplace Wellness, you would see our pages. And within that MS Teams space, we were able to create channels. So for example, during National Public Service Week, we had people posting their comments and sharing photos about their experiences during COVID. How are they living? What are they learning? We had lots and lots of baking photos and lots of pictures of bread and gardens and flowers. We had people participate in a photo contest that was done in conjunction with the communications division, showing people's workspaces, sort of the funniest workspace during COVID-19, with people with, pets and children fighting beside them and all kinds of things. We were able to create a sub-page within our space to recognize long service award recipients for 15, 20, 25, 30 plus years of service. We had the chance to set up a kudos board. So that, again, was another page. How, so somebody could say, shout out to Bob, or shout out to Marie for helping our team get this project done last month. Or I want to give a shout out to, a team within service delivery for putting forward a new process. So there were a lot of people posting informal kudos. There was another page to talk about to promote e-cards. So again, another informal way that we could send a card to someone to thank them for everything they do during the year. So since then, we've had a lot of good feedback, but we've also, I think it was at the end of August, did a soft launch of a mental health corner. So that is another channel, another page within MS Teams. And one of my team members is very diligent about posting information about upcoming mental health events. And we've talked about people getting bombarded with email and bombarded with information. If you belong to this MS Teams page, you can actually sign up to get channel notifications. If my teammate posts an event information or a resource there, if I have signed up for the notifications, I'll find out right away, as opposed to here's another 10 emails about this. So we're still going to have to send emails, but this way it's just another way to maybe receive fewer, but still get the information that you want. So lots of resources, lots of information about events. They can sign up for the channel notifications. They can also turn off that notification button if they find they're getting too much, but that hasn't been our experience so far. And in the next day or two, we'll be adding another channel or another sub page to this space to deal with diversity and inclusion. And that's very helpful for us to have, of course, during Black History Month. So the nuts and bolts of it would be to talk to your own department's IT services team, see who specializes in this case, MS Teams or whatever software or applications your department is using. See what can be done as far as setting up a space where you may be able to create channels to get messaging out to staff, because it's really helped us. We've had people talk about their own situations. We've had people talk about things that they find frustrating or things that they've found very helpful during times of COVID, and we expect our space, our workplace wellness MS team.